Jim Fox here. Anytime you're surfing around the web, make sure you stop at KingsCast. Check it out. A lot of fun.
And welcome to Overtime, brought to you by KingsCast at www.kingscast.net. I'm Keith Korneluk.
And I'm Chris Kalazewski.
We're back from Staples Center. It's too goddamn cold upside, so here we are in the living room.
That's right, Keith. Tonight we're going to talk about the Vancouver Canucks game last Saturday. We're going to talk about the Dallas Stars game that took place tonight. And we're going to do yet another See Ya.
So here we go. It is episode 94 entitled Desiring Clutch. Go.
All right, Keith, so, obviously Vancouver Canucks were in town.
They were.
As sort of a playoff rematch last year. And, the game to me felt like a lot like the playoff series where, the score looked close at times, but in the long run, you just felt like it wasn't going to happen.
Well, it started out really well. Dustin Penner getting his first goal as a Los Angeles Kings. Kind of a weird goal, but you know what? It's the kind of goals he likes to score, so I'm fine with that.
Take a weird goal any day of the week.
Second goal as a King, one goal. I really like that. And then we just sort of, we were coughing up the puck a lot and, defensive cover. We've just been a really sloppy team in general. And this is kind of the theme going back all the way to Detroit. And, of course, the game-winning goal for Vancouver, was contested. Doughty and Quick thought that there was some sort of goalie interference there. But the bottom line was the Kings were going to lose. Yeah,
and the bottom line is that the Kings don't have any closers. I mean, the Canucks have guys like the Sedins and, guys who can really close the deal. And as we saw in the playoff series last year, and, that's the big difference. It's just like the Kings at home, for whatever reason, you think coming back after a stellar road trip, back at home, time to build off that, and they sort of laid an egg there.
They really did. I think one of the most bizarre things about the game was actually not the game, but how many Vancouver fans showed up. Now, we played them in the playoffs last year, and good, healthy dose of, Canucks fans, good to see them, everything like that. Yeah. We were almost dominated by them. I would say half of Staples Center were people from Vancouver or sporting a Vancouver Canucks jersey, and Puck Daddy wrote about this today in his article. Vancouver fans, they put their own jersey over Wayne Gretzky. Some guy was up there with the Canadian flag. It was very Flyer fanish and kind of disrespectful. Not something that we're used to with Vancouver fans.
No, definitely. These guys are hockey enthusiasts, so they definitely respect the game. But these guys, they took it one step too far, I thought. And this isn't the playoffs. This isn't the time to go raiding the Gretzky statue. Luckily, I don't think anyone was actually humping the Gretzky statue.
I don't recall that, no.
I know, but it could have happened, though. You never know with Canucks fans.
If it was Philly, if it was Anaheim, that probably would have happened.
Yeah, you'd expect that. So, well, they lost, and that was disappointing. So, please, I don't want to play them in the playoffs, if we make it.
All right, what's up, Kings fans? From Staples Center, Dallas Stars in town. Separated by 1 point each, Kings at 8, Dallas in 7. No Richards. I'm saying we got this. 8-0 Kings. All right, so Chris, coming into tonight, playing the Dallas Stars. Dallas is in 7th. We're in 8th. 1 point separates us. Must-win game. Huge one for the Los Angeles Kings. Come out and score a goal. Are we going to win this?
It didn't feel like it tonight.
No.
I think they had a good first period. It was very chippy. Kings were holding their own.
All right, Kings fans, playoff-like atmosphere after one period. It's chippy out there. Things are hanging in there pretty well. I got a 1-goal lead. I think we're going to win this one 4-1.
This is when we have to win. This is when the core has to step up. And, you have guys like Willie Mitchell and Kyle Clifford scoring, and that's great, and we'll take that. But where's the core? Where's Kopitar? Where's Brown?
Where's Doughty?
Where are these guys? This is the guys that we're building our future on, and it was very frustrating seeing their sort of lackluster play. And let's talk about Anze Kopitar. A lot of people online have been saying that he looks hurt out there, like he might have an injury. But to me tonight, he looked lumbering, and yes, he had an assist, and that's great. But he looked like he was hurting out there.
He did, and you've mentioned this before, and I guess my thing is, why would we have a player that's hurt be playing all season long? But maybe he is lumbering. Maybe he is hurt. I don't really know. But here's a guy that, he's got 65 or 67 points now, which is fantastic. But this is year 5 since he's been a Los Angeles King. He should be a 90-point centerman. And granted, he hasn't had the correct wings and things of that nature. But you got a guy like Dustin Penner, who is a first-line left wing on most teams. Maybe not on the elite, but he's definitely there in that caliber. And you got a guy like Justin Williams, got the speed, got the hands. Tonight had a terrific goal that was all him.
Yeah.
Kopitar's assist was almost, was
Yeah.
Kind of BS,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah, where is Anze Kopitar? Why is he not scoring 30 goals? Right now, 25 is a stretch for him.
All right, end of the second, Kings up 2-1. Liking the play, really good high energy, some good physical play out there. Dustin Penner is Wayne Gretzky. Kings got this 3-1.
Yeah, no, definitely. And the Kings did that thing tonight again where they get the lead, things are looking good, and what do you know, 45 seconds later, they give it up. And tonight, in overtime, and I think everyone in the arena tonight was really expecting Dallas to just close it up. You know what they did? 45 seconds or whatever in overtime. You know, everyone just sort of stood up and walked out, and that's disappointing. This is clutch time. You know, this is the time where the good teams sort of separate themselves, and when there's a situation in the Western Conference, which is very flukish, you have 5 points separating 5 from 11, and this isn't when you lose at home.
No.
Especially to the Stars.
Absolutely not. You can't do that. And that, you know, Drew Doughty has just been sort of off and on all season. And, you know, Dustin Brown, as you said before, I mean, these guys were clutch last year. And, you know, the other thing that's really, really awful is the power play. I mean, come on. What the hell happened between last year? We got a guy like, you know, Alec Martinez. It used to be Randy Jones, and now we got a guy like Dustin Penner, and it definitely, the makeup of this team is much stronger than it was last year, and the power play, especially in the playoffs, was just jumping. I think we ended up, you know, we weren't great last year, but at least halfway up, and we're just awful this year.
Yeah, they just can't get it together on the power play, and this is what makes good teams. And the problem with the power play is that it's like every other team is just like methodically just killing the penalty. They're blocking the passes, they're setting the puck at the other end. It's so frustrating. They just can't get their act together, and this is what separates the good teams from the bad teams. And
All right, Kings fans, so they got a point, but the game was awful. Third period looked like a bunch of lumbering jackasses out there. I don't know where the team goes from here. I think hit the road and hope for stringing 4 wins together because they're not looking good. Go Kings.
You know, Lombardi said it on Sunday during breakfast with the GM, which we weren't going to because it's too early on a Sunday morning. Yeah, come on. And, you know, he said the big problem with the power play is we don't have enough skill guys on it, which is something that we lack as a team. Okay, that's fair. But look, you know, going back to last year where it was really good, but to me it's like, you know, you're in the stands and people are yelling, shoot the puck, but there's no shooting lanes.
Yeah.
We're not creating any. We are the most uncreative team on the power play.
Yeah.
It seems. Nothing's getting done. And Anze Kopitar, it's just, I mean, shoot the puck. I remember that goal in overtime, you know, last year against Vancouver. There's no shot mentality. Oh, it's just a mess.
yeah, you know, exactly. I love when people yell, shoot the puck, and then the players actually do. Not because people are yelling that, but, and you know, it's a block. And not a traditional lay on the ice, like, take one in the face for a block, but like I'm standing up and you just shot right into me sort of block. That's the worst part about it. It's like, you can't just shoot the puck. And they're just not, they're very uncreative. And it's just like, we can tell what's going on in the power play. You can just tell they're not going to score. And then what do you know? 10 seconds later, it's down on the other end and 30 seconds are killed off of it, you know? So.
You know, at the end of the game, I said, you know, for the first time in a little while, I mean, yeah, we had that bad game against Detroit. I kind of went back to, oh, crap, are we going to actually make the playoffs? Because it looked like we would finally turn it around. Lombardi goes out, you know, re-signs Justin Williams, gets Dustin Penner. I said, you know what? I think we were wrong. I think we might be right. You know, I mean, with the team just, it was like other people wearing, it was like a Kings alumni game tonight, basically.
Yeah. Well, coming up, it's a big road trip. Big road trip to the Midwest, which is actually sort of advantageous for the Kings because it's the Midwest. And it's like they're going way back east. So, but we're playing some good teams again, and you know we play Dallas again. We play Detroit. And we'll see if we can get some redemption for the last debacle.
Doubtful.
But it's frustrating. But you never know with the Kings on the road, maybe they'll rise to the occasion. You know, obviously 3-1 would be ideal the way this conference is going. But the Kings have to figure it out, or it's not going to even come down to April. It's just going to be over before it starts. So, what's the use? Kings fans, so we're back with another see ya, closing out the big trade for Dustin Penner last week. And let's start this off with Colton Tubert.
Colton Tubert. It's a real shame we didn't get a chance to see you make the NHL, but you know what? You're pretty much only a good preseason defenseman, which is why we gotta say, see ya.
First round draft pick next year. You know what? You're looking like you're going to be anywhere between 18 and 23. In a thin draft class, I don't see it happening. You know what? We just got to say, see ya.
Conditional third-round pick in a very, very weak draft. And you know what? Lombardi was probably going to draft a defenseman anyway, so who cares? See ya.
Or possible second-round draft pick if the Kings win the Stanley Cup this year. So we got to say... Kings fans. So the Kings are hitting the road again, and this is another clutch road trip. But last time they surprised us. We're playing Detroit, Columbus, Nashville, and Dallas yet again. So time to step it up, Kings, or you're not going to be in the playoffs.
Which, who knows if they're actually going to do that. So stay tuned. We'll be right back at you on Sunday against whoever it is we're playing. Don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm Keith Korneluk.
And I'm Chris Kalasiewski.
And thank you for watching Overtime by KingsCast.